Greetings, everybody. Nick DiVirgilio here, and it's time for tour vlog number 2 from my time with the band Mr. Big, traveling around Japan and all of Southeast Asia. And we just finished a killer run of shows in Japan: Nagoya, Osaka, and 2 shows at the Budokan in Tokyo. And it was just over the top, so cool. And that's what this tour vlog is going to be about. But now we're in Seoul, South Korea, and every city from this point on in the tour I've never been to. All completely new experiences for me. And it's just so exciting. What a cool, I'm so blessed. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's really cool. A cool little experience I want to share with you right now that happened because it's just right across the street from this hotel. Let me grab up the tripod right here and show you. Right across the street from this hotel is a really big Buddhist temple. And it's a proper Buddhist temple. They were worshiping over there. All kinds of statues and people doing their thing. And it was really cool to see. Hiking trails all up and around it. And it was really cool. It's hot as heck here. So I was, by the time I was done, I was sweating like crazy. But it was a great bit of exercise and really cool to see that kind of thing in person. Wow, it was just really neat. And then across the street from that is a ginormous modern mall. So you have like the ultra modern and then the kind of ultra old at the right, directly across the street from each other, and had an amazing cup of coffee. I mean, I don't know, maybe you don't like coffee. I love coffee, and the coffee in Japan, and now finding out the coffee here in Korea is amazing. I had this pour over that was it was top notch. So a great start to my morning here in Seoul, South Korea. Now, if I can get tickets to a Korean baseball game, I couldn't get tickets to a baseball game in Japan, which I really wanted to do, but there's a team playing, there's 3 teams in Seoul, and if I can get tickets to one of the games tonight, I'm going to a baseball game. I love baseball, and I'd love to see baseball here because it looks really cool, and it would just be fun. So now, all that being said, let's get into tour vlog number 2. Here we go. After the craziness of the first gig in China, we all flew to Nagoya, Japan. Tiffany arrived, and then we had a day off before the first gig at the theater there in Nagoya. And I gotta say right now, at the beginning of this vlog, everybody in Mr. Big, the whole Mr. Big family, from management, everybody in the band, and the promotion company, Udo, that put on all the concerts in Japan, treated my wife like she's been part of the family forever. I'm gonna thank everybody in Mr. Big just for that alone, because, it just made me feel very comfortable. And it's just so cool to do that for my wife. They've never met Tiffany before, and to bring her in and let her hang out and kind of just be a part of the whole thing is just really awesome. So thank you, everybody, Mr. Big, Udo, Tim, everybody. That's just really cool, and I want to thank you guys again. Tiffany arrived, and then we had a day off before the first gig in Nagoya, so we wanted to tool around and see Nagoya, because obviously neither of us had been there before, and we found the Nagoya Castle. And then while we were at the castle, this is sort of fun, this is not music related at all, but it was really cool. Tiffany read somewhere that there was a big sumo tournament going on, one of the big national tournaments that happen once a year. And it happened to be directly next to the Nagoya Castle, the arena that it was in. So after we saw the castle, we walked around to the arena and then met up with this German couple, just totally by chance. So we went to the ticket counter first, and then as we were walking back and we were just trying to figure everything out, this German couple, Flo and Sarah, who were traveling around the world, taking a sabbatical. Sarah just got her doctorate degree. They're just going around all over the place. Bought a box that was 4 tickets. They said, "Hey, we saw you guys walking around. I'm wondering if you want to buy the couple of tickets and share the box with us and check out the sumo tournament." We said yes. Hey, what a cool thing. We met a really great couple, and we watched sumo. Now, the guys in Mr. Big, I think they all said this to me, but they've been here, gosh, Billy's been to Japan 80 times or 75 times. The band's toured here a ton of times. None of them have ever seen sumo in person in Japan, and I come for my first time and I get to go see a sumo tournament. I mean, how cool is that? It was amazing to see in person. So here's just a tiny snippet of the sumo tournament.
The little guy won? I think the little guy stepped out first.
Yeah, the
and
big guy.
The big guy should.
Now on to the gig, which was the reason we're in Japan, right? So going to this theater, first time seeing the stage setup, the team at Udo and the whole production staff, what a show they put on. I mean, this is top notch, uber professional stuff. The stage looked awesome. The biggest drum riser I have ever had in my entire life. It was awesome. Really big, drums high up over the band. The DW sort of gold, black sparkle kit. Black with gold sparkle. That's what I'm trying to say. I forget what they call it. Something Black Galaxy? Something like that. But really looks good on stage. The sparkle, I thought it was just gonna be kind of a little flaky, but the sparkles really stand out on that kit. Maple drum kit sounds great, really projects nicely on these big stages. And then my awesome Sabian cymbals all around my kit. Just great gear for this rock show. And again, the big stage and the lights, and it was really cool to kind of, get behind the kit in that environment for the first time. So let's take you around a little bit of the show in Nagoya, a little bit of setup, a little behind the scenes. I hope you find it interesting. Check it out.
I had to get it going first. Before, it's like it was tight the whole way, and I'm like,
Then was off with a fairly short train ride on the bullet train, which is another really cool thing to do. If you ever go to Japan, take a ride on the bullet train. It goes like 300 miles an hour. It's really cool, smooth. You don't even feel it on the tracks. It's cool. So we had a little ride down to Osaka and got to experience that city. Now, I was in Osaka about 20 years ago on my only other time to Japan, but never really saw or experienced it the way I did with Tiffany and, of course, the gig that we did. We didn't have a day off there. We just tooled around and went some shopping and just, wow, what a vibrant and cool town. So Tiffany and I walked around on that first day after we took the train ride, and that evening had a great hotel room there as well. It was a really cool place. Then we went to this arena and man, just walking into that arena for the first time and seeing the size of it all and seeing that big stage, oh, so cool. I think this place is pretty big.
Oh my gosh.
Before I even get to the stage, let's just...
Wow, look up.
Oh yeah. This will be a nice big gig. There's the stage there. Here's the arena. Yeah.
That is a trip.
There's Jeff working on guitars. Oh yeah.
Hola, señor.
What's going on, man? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo está bien?
Muy bien.
Big rock show.
Big rock show. What is going on, everybody? Hey, check it out. I'm at the Maruzen Arena. I think I'm saying the name correctly, so I apologize if I'm brutalizing the name. Maruzen Arena here in Osaka. A nice big arena. I haven't played a show this big since with Tears for Fears back in the day, man. It's been a long time since I've done this size of a gig, and I am super excited. Super excited. Can I be more emphatic how excited I am to be at such a big gig? This is so cool. I feel like I'm a kid again. It really is. The energy is just so cool. I'm repeating myself, but just letting you know how I feel. So check it out. That's the stage back there. I'm on the B stage now. So at this gig and the gig in Budokan, we have this B stage where we come down and do a few acoustic tunes for the folks, and then back up on the main stage to rock out. And it's very exciting. Very exciting. So more to come. More to come. Cheers, everybody. Later. incredible energy in that show. Now, this is only my third gig with the band. You got to realize, all I'd done so far was Beijing at that festival, Nagoya, and then, I mean, I'm getting thrown into the biggest shows right at the beginning of the tour. So, a little nerves, yeah. I made a few gaffes during all three shows, really, but just, small, not huge blunders, but a few, didn't hit the crash on the upbeat here or missed the crash on the downbeat there. Drum fills, maybe not quite what they're supposed to be here or there. It's one of those things where, only into the third gig, with rehearsals and 3 gigs, it's tough to get it spot on with only that much playing, but believe me, I'm trying my heart out to get it right. And I think it's pretty close. We're sounding good. The guys seem to be happy, so if they're happy, I'm happy for sure. Then the next day was off to Tokyo. A much longer train ride, about 2.5 hours on the bullet train getting from Osaka to Tokyo. Again, fans at the train station in Osaka as we were leaving. We're hanging out in front of the convenience store, grabbing some food to take on the train. There's fans milling about, taking pictures, asking for autographs. It's such a trip. Stuff that I've never really experienced before. Even back in the Tears for Fears days, Tears, in the 90s, that band had a ton of fans. It still do to this day, of course, but I never really experienced the fans following the band around and just being so passionate to this extent. Mr. Big definitely had that in Japan. I'm assuming it's going to be the same way with the rest of the shows too. But got to Tokyo, fans waiting for us there as well. And then we took a ride to the Capitol Hotel. Now, the Capitol Hotel is very famous in Tokyo because it's right in the center of the government district where they have their House of Representatives. The Prime Minister lives there, right across from the Imperial Palace, where the Budokan is in that same park setting, which I didn't know until I got there. But at the Capitol Hotel, that's the Beatles stayed at the Capitol Hotel when they played here for the first time in the late 60s. So it's got a very special mojo to it because of just its history, right? Now we're staying there too. So that was cool right on the at first go. And then going out and experiencing a little bit of Tokyo with Tiffany. We went to Shibuya, went shopping, and
what's up, everybody? Nick here in the middle of the Shibuya crossing, right in the middle of the street. There's people everywhere. It's pretty crazy. Lots of people taking video, and this is a very popular little spot here in Tokyo. And I can't stay here too long or I'm gonna get run over by cars pretty soon. But this is cool experience to experience. Woohoo! Cheers!
had a great meal and just tooled around on the subway system and just, got to know the town a little bit. Now, you can't know Tokyo in a couple of days because it's just too massive. But we saw some great things. And then it's off to the first show at the Budokan. Now, the fellas and Mr. Big have played the Budokan many times. I've never been to the place. I've only heard about the place listening to the Cheap Trick record, live from Budokan, Deep Purple. I mean, every huge band in the world has played at the Budokan. You name it. If they've come to Japan and they're big, they've played there. There was advertisements for Billy Joel doing a concert there coming up soon. Just tons and tons of history. Now, it's an old judo arena, so it's in the round, and I think it holds about 10,000 people. I thought it was more, but it holds about, 9 to 10,000 people. And what's cool about it, and when you're on the inside, is that the seats, especially the ones high up, are sort of close in. It's not a really wide arena. So everybody feels close, even though there's a ton of people in there. Now, we had 2 sold-out shows at the Budokan, every seat filled that they could sell. And because the stage takes up part of the seats that are, in the back. Everything in front, from the wings all the way around, every seat filled. So let's first check out a little bit of the backstage and just what the arena looks like while they're building the stage and a little bit before the shows got going. Check this out.
I'm so glad you did this, honey. I really am. I'm gonna check out. You've been deserving of this for the whole 30-something years I've known you. Oh, you were filming then, I'm so sorry. Now you're gonna have my sappiness on film.
Hello.
Step up here, baby. Look at that screen that's right behind me. The crew is setting up the cameras for my drum feed. So you're gonna see my mug on that big old screen tonight. Yes.
本当に止められるんで、ここまでよって言ってもらえばそこで見ただけるんで。
Looks good. Hi, everybody. It's double knee. My face looks very wide.
1080p.
Yeah. Whoa. The video crew setting up their stuff. There's a lot of gear down there in that spot. Hey, Tiff. Waved at the camera. Got some side catwalks. B stage is down there. Another catwalk on that side. Paul's rig. Jeff doing his thing.
Wow. Much wow. I don't know, man. It was just really cool to see. And then just, walking around and just going to catering, all the little bits and bobs. We all had, now, okay, I'm going to take a step back here. I don't know if it's going to be like this for the whole tour, but, because the first gig in China, we all shared a little trailer together as a dressing room. But in Japan, I'm getting my own dressing room. I'm the new guy. I'm the newbie. I'm the rookie, right? I get my own dressing room? What? So I'm in there, changing and warming up and doing all my things by myself. Everybody in the band, they all got their own room. I mean, that's spoiling. I'll tell you right now. I wasn't expecting that. I'm usually in the same room with a bunch of dudes changing and making noise and all kinds of stuff. And so it's cool to have your own room. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's a small thing, but it's a neat thing for sure. So then we did sound check and got ready for the gig. And the gigs in Tokyo were a little bit extra special, even more special than they already were gonna be, because Paul's wife and son came, Billy's wife showed up as well, and Pat Torpy's wife and son, Pat Jr., came to see these shows in Tokyo. So the emotional side of these gigs, especially for those guys, for Eric, Paul, and Billy, I think was, extra big, because their brother Pat wasn't there. Pat's wife was in the audience. The last time playing at the Budokan for those guys, after such a long run and such great history with the fans of Japan. I'm experiencing it from the back, seeing it all for the first time, and it truly was extra special. Emotional, for sure. I felt the nerves, especially on the second show when it was the last gig. I had a little bit of the flutters going on in the stomach. It was a good show. It felt really good to play. The energy was great. I worked hard and hit the drums hard. It was fun, but there was an emotional side to it that I experienced for the first time, and it was a neat thing. It was a really special thing. Super cool. Super, super, super duper cool is all I can say. I'm learning quickly that this band is a family. You know, they've been together for a long time. They've had their ups, they've had their downs. They've got a long 34-year history, made lots of records, and the fans in Japan do truly love the band Mr. Big. So for me, getting a chance to experience that at that level is just a really special thing. I definitely feel honored to be here and to be rocking out with the boys. It's really fun. Tiffany had a great time. She loved seeing the show. I'm gonna say it right now too, again, that the Udo folks, the guys that and the gals that put on the show, the lighting director, the lighting guy, I don't remember his name. I'll find it and give him some cred, but I can't say it more emphatically than the lighting guy was awesome. Tiffany took lots of photos. Some of the videos you guys are seeing and the pictures you guys are seeing are from my wife Tiffany, just taking them from the audience. And man, that guy was a monster on the lights. Every cue of every song had some sort of flash going on. It was really dialed into every song. Some great video, just the projections, the lights, the vibe of every song, the color mood of every song, spot on. So thank you to our lighting guy. Again, I'm sorry I don't have his name memorized in my head. I will get that for sure. And Nishi, our sound man, awesome. Sounded great in the house. Tiffany said it sounded really powerful and clear and clean. It was really cool. So much fun to play. And again, I'm honored to be there. I'm honored to be on this tour with the boys and Mr. Big. And now it's our gig tomorrow here in Seoul, South Korea. And then on, I think we go to Hong Kong after that. So the next tour vlog will be, I don't know, maybe in a week from now. I'll get a chunk of gigs and get some more video and show you what's going on a little bit behind the scenes. Every place I'm going to now, from here on out, is brand new. So let's see what happens. And thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're digging these videos. I hope I'm not rambling on too long, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care, rock on, see ya.